following TBT interview with Chantal Jordan by James Irvine and Matt Burns was pre-recorded via the power of the internet, which can cause some slight audio technical difficulties to appear on the actual recording of this, which we do apologise for in advance if any occur. Audio discretion is advised with this interview. We hope you enjoy. Thank you. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, dudes and dudettes. I'm Matt Burns, and of course, with me, I've got my co-host, none other than James Irvine. And today, on TBT Interviews, we have got none other than the bad girl, Chantal Jordan.
She's a very bad girl.
Also, if I'm not mistaken, also known as the baddest girl on the planet, formerly.
And the bad girl as well.
Yeah, the bad girl and the baddest girl on the planet. I will say, you do live up to them names, especially on shows.
Why she beat your ass as well?
No, I'm just smart enough to avoid the ring when she's in the squared circle.
Yeah, that's true, to be fair.
I'm smart enough to avoid that.
I'm not.
Nice
I
knowing
walk
you.
into it like a moth to a flame. Ooh,
Nice
what's
knowing
that
you.
shiny light? Ah!
But yes, it's great to have you on the Burning Truth, by the way.
And here we go. We have a first on TBT interviews from myself anyway. Since I've been on, we have a female guest.
Yes, it is Irvine's first female guest.
Why do you have to make it sound so awkward? I was actually jeering it up and going, yes, it's great news. And then here comes Burns and he just goes, no, yes. You sound like James May. Well, I've got to sort out sockets and I've got to put them there, there, and there, and there. That one's got to go there. The 10mm goes next to the 9mm, which goes next to the 11 and the 8. Why
is it that for some unknown reason I've had a lot of people call me Captain Slow?
Yeah, I can imagine. So, with that all being said, thank you for being my first female to interview.
No worries. It's a pleasure.
Yeah, genuinely, it's going to be interesting because we're going to be getting to hear some of your stories if you've got any, or and any interesting facts about yourself. More importantly, let's just start off. More importantly, with how did you get into the wrestling business?
So it was about, I was at a very young age, it was about 7 or 8-ish, and my dad used to come over and he'd bring old wrestling tapes over, so we'd watch the wrestling. And at first, I didn't really like it, so it'd just be on in the background and I'd think nothing of it. But then, as it started getting more into it, I started to actually watch it then, and I saw Mick Foley versus The Undertaker. I think I know
which one you're going to say.
Yeah, the one with the cell, and when he pushed the Mick Foley off through the table. Oh my god! I don't know why, but I really liked it. So then, I was proper into wrestling from that then, and I just started watching Beth Phoenix wrestling. And yeah, that's pretty much how I got into wrestling. And then my mom took me to my first show when I was 9 years old, and then I just proper loved it. I adored it.
Everyone has a beginning, and it's good to see that the legendary tapes are still around.
Yeah, was it a VHS?
I think it was. Yeah, it might have been.
I just want to say you're not that old.
I think it might have been. I'm not sure anyway, but like, my dad used to bring them around anyway, and like they're just really old tapes.
Oh, much respect to that man, because I love the old VHS days.
Oh, definitely. We've all got a collection that, for some unknown reason, we've always got hidden away, and that's building up dust. But someone says, "Why don't you sell them?" No, these are the golden tapes.
And they might be worth something in the future.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I can imagine with you getting into wrestling and everything, being a massive fan of it. How did you find a way of getting involved with wrestling then?
So obviously, like I said, I went to my first show to watch it, and then I was like, "Mum, I want to like train to be a wrestler," and obviously my brother was into it at the same time as well.
Mm-hmm.
We were like looking for training schools near like our area, and we like all the training schools that were coming up like so far away. But then there was one like Kamikaze Pro, and it was based in Birmingham. So we like obviously messaged them, and we had our first training session there at Kamikaze. And I thought, to be fair, I was going to do like really bad, and I wasn't going to enjoy it or whatever. But then like when I was actually training, it was just so good, and like everyone was so welcoming, and it was actually like a really nice environment to be around. So then I just kept going every like session, and yeah, just continue to like train and keep working hard, because literally like Kamikaze like has always been my home, and like I still train there now because it's just great. And that's like how I got that's how like I got involved with the business, to be honest. I was just going there.
No, everyone has a start, and with Kamikaze, I've always heard good things about them. They've always been, building up, always looking into building up some of the next generation as well.
Yeah, definitely. They always build up the young talent as well. So it's sick though. It's so good.
I might come down and join them because I'm a young talent. What are you laughing at?
I don't know whether to ask how old you are or not.
No, it's only disrespectful for a male to ask a female their age.
But if you're me being the more brutal one, he's older than me.
I'm telling you now, Burns, you better shut your cake hole. I'm 25.
Really?
Oh, yes. 25
Really?
plus 10.
There we go. That's better.
I'm not lying. Much.
You're just bending the truth.
Well, don't. This is where it's going to be really, really funny, because I'm the sort of daft person that did a seminar and with Millie McKenzie at the barracks, and I ended up saying something really stupid because I thought she was older than what she was. I thought, ooh, I feel a bit silly. I asked her the same question. When did you first start watching wrestling? Was it Attitude Era? Was it? She goes, how old do you think I am? I'm like, I don't know. Oh dear.
At least you didn't answer, which was the smart idea.
Well, yeah, but I said like 20 plus. She probably would have dropped and kicked me in the face.
But yeah. So I take it with the whole with you mentioned about the tapes. Was that your first taste of wrestling? More watching. Did you watch the back catalogue first before getting into the current generation of what was happening during your time?
Yeah,
of
so
getting into it.
Like starting off, like obviously it was just the old stuff, but then like afterwards, as like it started going through the months, then I started watching like the more recent stuff. That kind of like.
What would you say was the more entertaining?
Like, what do you mean?
say you've got the Attitude Era, the Golden Era. Which one would you find more into, or the current era, as I like to call it, the PG era?
I feel like it's a mix. I like the Attitude Era, but then like I like the current. Probably current more.
No, it's a fair choice because it's got all different aspects from different. Each era's got its own advantages and disadvantages.
Yeah.
It's a good way of getting into it. But is there any wrestlers that you sort of got that you sort of made sure to follow? Sort of ones that you saw as, or probably still to this day, as your idols?
So Beth Phoenix is up there 100%. Because like she's still my inspiration now, to be honest. Like I've always looked up to Beth Phoenix and just like her in-ring ability. And like even when she like came back like at that Royal Rumble as well, she was still like she didn't look out of place, you know, like.
Yeah.
I just feel like he definitely like helped women's wrestling a lot. And the same with China as well. I was a massive fan of China.
I was actually waiting for you to say that then.
Yeah.
Them two like definitely like proper inspired me.
Yeah, definitely agree with you on that with China, because at one point, if I'm not mistaken, she was almost going to be the first WWE champion, female WWE champion.
It's actually amazing. Oh, she was the first women's wrestler to be in the male's Rumble, wasn't it? Men's Rumble. Yeah, she was. Yeah.
And if you also think about it, she was also first female wrestler to win a male title.
Yes.
Yeah.
That would be
something for you to aspire to there.
Yeah, definitely.
I reckon what you should do, if you ever see Matt Burns win a title, just run in with a referee, because it would be like the 24/7 title, because anything that he wins isn't very worthy. But yeah. So what you could do is just run in with the referee, drop kick him in the face. Don't worry, I'll be recording it because it'd be hilarious. So you won't miss a trick. And then what'll happen is Matt Burns will cry, I'll laugh, and then I will probably die a very happy man.
Probably.
You think that's why I say that to me? Vibe.
What?
You think that's very wise, saying that to me? It's not like It's not like I could arrange any matches.
Oh no, it's not. You can't arrange matches.
But anyway.
Or anything.
The Dosser King does it for you, remember?
Yeah, he wishes. He wishes. But anyway, genuinely, with the fact of you mentioned some of your idols and everything, one thing I will say is you sort of got involved in the wrestling scene and you sort of been building yourself up a bit of a name, if I'm not mistaken. You also hit you were almost a bit of a social media wonder, weren't you?
Yeah, I did. Yeah. You know, I still to this day can't even get over that.
What did you do?
Oh, I had a match with like Joey Janela, so some, and we had a Falls Count match at Kamikaze, and we like wrestled outside a commentary, and obviously I jumped off a phone box. Also took a power drive on a car. Took a power drive in a chicken shop.
Yeah.
And like took a Death Valley driver on the apron.
Wait, you took something in a chicken shop?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it a blade?
No.
I knew nothing about this, by the way. I knew nothing about this internet social media sensation. So I'm going into this one fresh
Yeah, it literally it went viral on Twitter and over on social media, and it made the Sun newspaper, Daily Mail, Sports Bible, Lad Bible, and
Yep.
it was honestly just crazy. Like the amount of followers I got on Twitter as well from it. I was like, oh my god, because at the time I'd only been wrestling a couple of months, and then I'd only had 100 and something followers on Twitter. So I was like, when I saw it just going up loads, I got 850 in a day. I was like, what is going on? It's just it was just mental.
850 in a day.
Yeah.
Yep.
My God, I can't even get one a day.
It was honestly crazy.
That is absolutely mental.
I think what makes it even more insane is the fact that if you actually watch the footage, the car that you got power drived on, I believe it just got recently parked there as well.
Oh my God.
As you can imagine, he just pulled up his car, got out, all of a sudden someone's getting power drived on it.
Can you imagine that?
He comes out shouting the dash cam or something.
Oh,
It left a dent as well.
Whoever's car that was, if you actually have got the dash cam footage, send a copy over to Chantal Jordan. She could possibly use that and probably give you a bit of a shout out.
Yeah, thank you for letting me pile drive my head through your car.
Oh, it was so.
That's
It's absolutely
amazing.
brilliant.
That is amazing. That is.
It was so what we were thinking of before was rather than getting into the pole driver spot, we was thinking about letting someone just run me over. But we decided against getting ran over.
Yeah.
I wonder why.
I'm just sitting here thinking to myself, I'm pretty sure the health and safety committee would probably be having a field day.
To be fair, I'll be well up for getting ran over.
Before you say
as long as I don't die.
All I'm saying to you is,
not my car.
1, not my car. 2, I don't think there's enough insurance to cover that.
Mate, oh.
There has to be. There's got to be some way you could do it, really, haven't there?
What without injuring somebody?
Yeah, I've been run over by a car before.
Probably hire a stunt studio.
Yeah, probably.
No, I'll do it for you. Don't worry about that. I'll do it for you. Just, twack a car for me. I'll do it at a very slow pace.
I think that'd be worse.
I wasn't talking about Chantal Jordan. I was talking about you. I'd happily run you over, Mr. Burns. No, Smithers.
Not the first time I've heard that from you. It's quite endearing, actually.
What, that I want to run you over?
It's quite endearing, the fact that it's at least once or twice a week.
Oh, right, okay. Fair enough.
I hear it.
Yeah.
It's your way of saying that you miss me, isn't it?
No, it's just my way of saying that I've got voices inside my head like Randy Orton. Instead of punting you, I want to shunt you with a car.
But anyway, let's get back to Chantal Jordan.
Back to the Chantal Jordan interview.
Right. With the fact of with what we just mentioned, I can imagine you've got plenty memorable matches and memorable opponents.
Yeah, definitely.
Any of them that stand out in your own mind?
Shanna. When I wrestled Shanna at the Fighting Females tournament, that was definitely up there with the Joe Janela match, because obviously my first ever seminar, so the first person to be brought in to teach us was with Shanna, and that was when I was about 12 years old, and then to actually get to wrestle her when she's known me for a long time, since I was little, it was just proper nice, obviously to be in the final of the tournament. So that was nice. And then also my match with Ivelisse, I really enjoyed that as well. That's like up
Yeah.
there.
So with many good matches, though, are there any that you would rather forget about, or is the ones that you would rank at the bottom?
Uh-oh.
Trying to think.
You don't have to answer that one if you don't want to, just because I don't want you to implement anybody if you don't want to. But I've got to ask the question.
I have had a few like bad matches. I've had quite a few. But then like the bad matches, there'll be like a bunch of good matches then to like.
Yeah, it's sort of, even if it's with some bad matches, even some of the bad matches can even come down to not even be down to what happened, what you done or anything like that. It could just be a learning curve for somebody else as well, can't it?
Exactly. And I feel like when you have a bad match, you don't always have to obviously blame the other person, whatever, if they've done wrong. I think just like basically for bad matches, you just learn from it.
Yeah.
I've got all this to come yet, so I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I'm going to get hit so many times.
And I'll be making sure to have that recorded.
You just that lower the tone, didn't you? You just that lower the tone.
No.
Evil man.
For
Evil
educational purposes.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah.
What not to do?
I know what your educational purposes are. Does that mean I got to pass you a box of tissues and some lotion?
No, not going there. No.
Are you going to start singing Careless Whisper as well?
Just you. But anyway, you've had many matches and everything, and you've also not only just wrestled in one country either.
Yeah, I've wrestled in Austria and Italy. Would you class Scotland as a country? You do, don't you?
Yes.
My geography skill is like the worst.
Don't worry. In fact, I'll just put down the blame to you being young. That's all.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah,
that.
but just when I say this, I'm just glad that no one's asking me any geography questions because I was terrible at it.
No, I'm just glad nobody's asking you any geography questions because we all know what you'd end up doing. Tappity tap 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 tap. Oh no, hello Google.
No, it isn't. It's down this way. It's down this way. No, it's not. We're lost.
Oh God, I don't want to go on a road trip. Can you just remind me of one thing, Chantal? Never, ever, ever let me get in a car with Matt Burns if we go into an event because I just don't trust his driving skills.
I have a sat nav, so you're covered.
Yeah, but sat-navs can lie sometimes.
Exactly. See, Burns.
Excellent.
Burns just got burned.
How long have you been waiting to say that one?
I've been holding it in quite a while. It's like when you're at a restaurant and you're holding in a fart.
Sort of. But
I
anyway,
don't do subtle.
As you can imagine, how did you find your experience going into, going international?
To be honest, I was really nervous. So I was very nervous because obviously it's not completely different, and the crowd's compared to over here, it's a completely different, obviously atmosphere. So when I was getting on that plane, the nerves were just running through me, but then it started it was happy nerves, not any bad nerves. But then honestly, I just found the experience so good, and if I was given the opportunity to go back overboard again, I literally would. I'd take it straight away because I just enjoy doing it. I just enjoy wrestling.
No, it's a good way of looking at it.
Yeah.
I like the sound of that. Did you find the language barrier to be something hard to get past, or? Were you wrestling somebody who spoke good English, or were you wrestling somebody else that was English?
So obviously when I went to Austria, the language barrier, it wasn't as bad. But then when I went to Italy, the language barrier was like they couldn't really understand as much what I was saying. But like you kind of like communicate through just like doing moves. But there was like a translator as well, like over there in Italy, to like help me. They kind of understood what I was saying. But I think like even though there was a language barrier, it's like I don't know, it's like I think it's still the same. It's just obviously an experience. It's definitely a good experience.
Yeah.
Got any other plans to go abroad again?
So at the minute I've got a couple of dates for Austria, and I'm supposed to be making my debut in Belgium, hopefully in September.
Ooh, Belgian chocolate, here you come.
You know, I can't stand Belgian chocolates.
Oh, shots fired.
Oh, right, me and you, we're in a feud now, that's it. Loser has to eat all the Belgian chocolate, so I'll just lie down on the canvas and you can pin me.
Yeah, that's sound.
I'm just not getting. I'm just not getting involved in this because of health reasons.
Yeah, I was just about to say you're not allowed, Burns. Because Chantal will beat the crap out of you.
That's one. And two, I think the Belgian chocolate would more likely cause me some damage, remember?
Oh, it probably will cause more damage than any of us, to be fair.
You know, type 2 diabetes.
Ooh, me diabetes.
Yeah, the funny thing about it is, but straight away, with you, you know, like you said earlier, with you being nervous and everything, I take you to, with you saying it was good nervous, I take you to sort of, it wasn't like, you know, you were anxious and, you know, making mistakes. You were nervous, but but at the same time, I feel as though when you're nervous, it shows that how much you care, that you want to do your best.
Yeah, definitely. But I feel like it's if you don't have nerves before a match, I feel like I don't know, just something like isn't right. I feel because every match I've had, I've always been nervous, like every time. I don't know why, but even like when you're proper confident about a match, you still have the nerves, and like
Yeah.
it's just like one of them in it. Like I feel like you definitely care if you have nerves. I think it's normal to have nerves.
That is something I can 100% agree with you.
So,
100%.
Advice for myself there then, which I'm going to take away from that. If I'm shaking like a shitting dog before a match, it means that I care.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does, and it like
Awesome.
shows to everyone else as well, like that you care. Because if you're really nervous, then like yeah, it just like says everything, doesn't it?
I would rather be nervous than not.
Yeah, and
Same here.
I feel
Same
like
here.
even if someone's not nervous, like sometimes they can just be proper used to it. Like this, they're used to it now. I feel that's more for like people have been wrestling longer. But then even they like get nerves. It's like yeah, it's good to have nerves.
I know. Have you got any like pre-match rituals that you go through? So you say like some people, they'll wrap their wrists up in a certain way, or they'll put one knee pad on before they put the other one on. It's like a little ritual. Have you got anything like that?
I don't think I do, to be fair. Nah. Let the odd one out now.
No.
I was just wondering because I just know that some wrestlers do.
Yeah.
It's like Matt Burns. He likes to look through Playboy magazines.
Whoa! No.
Yeah, you do. Don't deny it. And you know he likes to sing Mr. Loverman as well before he pulls his tights on.
Just
He's the
me.
lover man.
No, the odd thing
But
about
no,
it
you're
is...
not the odd one out. You're not the odd one out. I was just wondering if you had. I was curious
Yeah.
because obviously yours is you're quite a good striker as well, from what I can tell. Because I've seen a couple of your matches just so I can actually get some questions in my head that I want to ask you.
Yeah.
But normally I find that the strikers have a pre-match ritual, but I think that's probably just due to me being used to boxers and MMA fighters. Just wondering if it was the same for wrestlers as well.
Yeah.
I did ask Chris Ridgway the same thing as well. Not Chris Ridgway. Chris Ridgway? Who's Chris Ridgway? Chris Ridgway. I did ask him the same question, and he did and didn't. So
I know what you mean. It's sort of, you might actually do something without even actually knowing it yourself.
Yeah. Exactly.
yeah.
It's always on them.
It's sort of on autopilot. For me personally, genuinely, it also depends on what role that I'm sort of having to portray for myself.
Yeah.
Because it depends on it, whether it being, if I'm being, like if you're being like a, the face, the heroic and everything, that one I find a bit more easier to get myself, ready for the match. Whereas, with being a villain, it's sort of trying to getting me headspace straight into that zone.
That makes sense.
Makes sense.
Makes sense. Sort of, but I'll probably like stick some earphones in, put a certain song on or something. Be it if it's a good guy, if it's me being heroic, it'll probably be me theme song, or if it's me being a villain.
Write the theme tune, sing the theme tune.
I wonder. I did not expect that.
Sorry. Go on, carry on.
But when it's like when being villain, it's like listen to certain songs that it's got like a bit more of a heavy metal theme to it.
Yeah.
As you can imagine, but everyone's got their own different rituals, and and at the same time, it's also probably one ritual that probably nobody realizes is just for you walking through the curtain, putting that game face on.
Yeah.
Game face.
And when I say this, because one person who I will say has got a absolute incredible game face when entering is actually on this interview.
I haven't even made my debut yet. What are you on about?
Not you.
Oh, I don't know what. It's weird because normally I just struggle to put a game face on. I literally struggle, but then when it's wrestling, I'm like, this is my back event. I'm straight away. I've just got that character straight in.
Are you one of them that you can't pull a practical joke because you know for a fact that you'll end up giggling?
Yeah, I'm literally one of them. And but before I say a joke, I literally just laugh.
But then, as soon as the theme music hits, it's like game face on, straight deadpan mode.
Yeah.
I'm going out there looking like I'm about to murder somebody.
That's literally how it is.
I just thought that you like to look at them like you do a steak.
Big juicy little steak.
Trust you have that thought pattern, but everyone's got their own different way of reacting. Involved with it, but have you got any sort of road stories that are you able to discuss? Any that come to mind?
Road stories.
Anything funny that's happened to you?
Oh, anything funny that's happened to me?
Yeah.
Just in general, wrestling.
It could be general in wrestling if you want to. It's up to you. It's up to generally what you want people to know.
All right. So I was wrestling Carlos Romo. This is actually it's funny but embarrassing. So I was wrestling Carlos Romo at Camarazi, and I was doing my comeback, and I ran. I don't know why, but for some reason I was running like really fast in my comeback, and like my cardio was just like on game at that point. And I was going to the running knee, so I did the first running knee, and then I ran to the second. As I ran to do the second, I just fell over on the floor in the middle of the ring, in front of like 400 people, over 400 people. Yeah, and it's like I literally fall over, and it was so embarrassing because like I heard like a couple of fans just laugh, and I thought to myself, oh god, like that was so bad. But then like I look back and I just think it's just hilarious. Like I honestly like I can't believe I did that.
Did you get a bit red faced?
I did, to be fair. Like literally, like, I got back up, did the knee, and I just felt so embarrassed.
Did anybody roast you for it when you got backstage?
My brother did. He come backstage and not piss at me.
That's what brothers are for.
Innit?
Yeah, and at least with it being mid-match, you can put it down to your competitiveness.
Yeah.
Because you try, you know, in a way, it's almost like your brain's overthinking, you know, is moving that much further ahead of the body. You can put it down to that if anybody asks you.
You could like say like maybe, you know, 'cause obviously your opponent's beating you up or whatever. You could say like, I don't know, the wear or whatever. Or this
Exactly.
There's easy ways to like get away with it.
See, we'll be quite experienced in that one, especially Burns, because we're of a certain age now where your bowels and, you know, your tinkler decide to go out on you and just go, ha, you're not going to be sitting comfortably for long because I want you to go to the toilet, and it's going to have to be very quickly. We've got experience of not running and not falling over.
Well, actually, yeah, falling over, yeah. I could probably put your mind at ease over a bit of a funny story with myself. Because...
Would it be SpongeBob related?
Oh, no, I guarantee someone's going to have a good chuckle at my expense shortly.
Ripped pants.
I've had that one, yes. One of the other ones is when I was entering doing the Funk Soul Brother gimmick, I've got these light up shades. Now, I've got them. Go on.
I've got a feeling that you tripped up because you couldn't see where you were going.
All right. All right. I didn't trip up. I went straight off the stage instead. Straight off the stage. Where's the job? Oh, there's going to be rain.
That's the first fear.
Luckily, and this is a blessing, I'd somehow landed on my feet without injuring myself somehow.
Did you do a Nia Jax by any chance? I'm a hole.
No, nothing like that. But as I felt, it was like, I meant to do that.
Yeah, I was meant to do that. I was meant to do that, honestly.
Guys, don't pick on me. I was meant to do that.
Yeah, which I'm pretty sure you can imagine certain crowds. No, we're not letting that one up.
To be honest, it doesn't surprise me that you fell off the stage.
Yeah.
Oh, is she gonna roast? She's waiting to roast you. I can feel it. I can feel it in my fingers.
If you want to, go for it.
Nah, I'm not gonna roast you.
I'm fine with it.
I'm disappointed.
I know.
You have much to learn, young Padawan.
I just just felt like being evil.
Yay!
Tuning into your heel side.
Yes.
You have much to learn.
Do you want me to tell you what I think it should be? I think it should be an Irvine and Chantal Jordan tag team match. Intergender tag team match.
Oh, yeah.
She's going to be my evil twin.
The funny thing about it is, in wrestling, it's even though you can have a mistake 9 out of 10 times, it's how you carry yourself off.
Then why is yours always 10 out of 10 times?
It isn't.
It is. You've had loads of ripped pants.
I've had it once.
And then you had the Teletubbies.
That's what makes it worse. It was the same outfit. That's what makes it worse.
Feel free to join in at any moment on this, Chantal, because you will absolutely find yourself enjoying it.
What did make me chuckle though, and I had to during the Teletubby outfit, I heard from a crowd member. I was like, don't look.
Stinky Winky Dipstick.
Yeah.
Matt Burns.
Yeah, pretty much. And that was the thing is, it's normally 9 out of 10 times. If you can't make a fool of yourself or anything in wrestling, what can you do? If you and for me, I've always said comedy can be golden.
Oh.
But one thing I will say though with yourself, Chantal, is aside from just wrestling, you're not just you don't just do wrestling, do you?
No, I do MMA as well. I used to do kickboxing, but then, well, the kickboxing story. So I did kickboxing for 9.5 years, but so then obviously I got my black belt, and I started teaching kickboxing. But then I was working with this other woman because the man we had left.
Yeah.
Couldn't afford to keep running it, so she kind of just stopped the lessons completely. So then I wasn't able to teach anymore then, because obviously my age at the time. So I was kickboxing stopped them, but then I went into MMA, and I should be back doing MMA hopefully soon. So obviously restrictions have lifted now, haven't they?
Yeah. Are you looking to go any further with that, or is it just something that you enjoy doing to pass the time?
So obviously wrestling's has literally took over my life. But I do obviously I'm training MMA. I do obviously want to I'd love to have an MMA fight. That's something I want to do, just tick off the checklist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I feel say if wrestling I don't know, it just wasn't going well or whatever, and yeah, something like that, then obviously I'd have MMA as something to fall back on. But obviously I'm at college as well doing a personal training course as well, so I'm trying to pass that as well to have personal training as well, qualification as a backup as well.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
It sounds like a good idea. It's always good to have a backup plan.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously,
No, I agree. No, I agree with you 100%. It's always good to have a backup plan.
Yeah. It's nice to just have something there, so if something fails, then you also have this as well. If you get
No, I can completely agree with you.
I bet you really enjoyed it when Ronda Rousey came into the WWE.
To be fair, I did Pop, but then afterwards it was kind of I prefer Shayna Baszler.
Yay! Thank you.
I love Shayna Baszler.
Yeah.
Even though I have just gone through and destroyed their WrestleMania match because I was not happy with it.
Yeah.
That's because I just got a little bit of hatred for Nia Jax. I just think she could be partnered with somebody better. That's all.
Yeah, I don't like Nia Jax.
I think it's it. See, we're getting on. I can feel the vibe here. I can feel the vibe. Me and you, tag teaming up.
And I can just see trouble coming on the horizon.
I hope she doesn't watch this.
I hope she does.
I hope she does. And the funny thing about it is, with it, regardless of it, is they've actually got a bit of a good sense of humour. And if they got offended by it, everyone's entitled to their opinion.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, because opinions are like Nia Jax's arsehole. Extremely. No, I won't go there.
No, do not go there. No.
Wobbly bottom.
Just stop it.
Jiggling for justice.
But one thing I will say is, with wrestling for yourself, have you got anybody who you would, you're looking forward to going up against in future that you've never had chance to, or any dream matches that you'd love to have if you could ever have them?
So I really want to wrestle Thunder Rosa.
Mm-hmm.
Thunder Rosa's amazing.
Yeah, I'll agree with you there. She is.
Yeah, I literally think she's so good. And also, I'd love to wrestle Madison Eagles as well from Australia.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because, I feel like I'd learn so much from it, from a technical side as well.
Yeah.
Because obviously, I've always said as well, I don't know whether it's actually gonna happen or not, but you can only dream. But I'd love to fly over to Australia and go train with Madison Eagles at a training school for a couple of weeks. I'd literally love to do that.
Never say never.
Yeah.
That's what I've always said.
I love it when you get the experienced wrestlers that'll come and do a seminar and stuff like that, because I learned so much just in 2 sessions, which was 2 or 3 hours with Millie McKenzie and Chris Ridgway. I learned so much just in that small amount of time. It was unreal. So imagine what you could learn in a week.
Yeah, because how much knowledge they have. You just obviously with some seminars there's some things where you're I don't like that, but then there's some other things that you just pick up and you think, that makes sense, why didn't I think of that? And it's so good learning from different people.
Yeah. Would you say it makes sense or it makes sense?
It makes sense.
Yes. Oh my God. That was brilliant. Thank you for that. Where's my kind of fucking monster?
For the dream team now.
Yes, yeah, I reckon she should come on to the actual live Burning Truth and just give out stick to Matt Burns.
So basically what you do anyway, so replace you.
Ooh, getting shirty now, are we?
No, not at all. It'd be entertaining. It'd be entertaining anyway. I don't mind being the butt of a joke. It's all for fun.
That's a big butt.
Of course it is. But like you said, you've got so many memorable people who you want to go up against. Have you got any memorable opponents, additionally onto the ones that you've already mentioned so far?
I'm thinking.
Any dream match. It could be anybody, current wrestling superstars in the WWE and AEW. I mean, you mentioned Thunder Rosa, so
Rhea Ripley. Definitely.
Oh God, that would be amazing.
I would honestly, I've always loved Rhea Ripley, and when she, I'm not even gonna give any spoilers because obviously he hasn't watched it. But
No spoilers.
I just think it's amazing. I just literally love to wrestle her, and then also Sasha Banks as well.
Yeah.
There's so many. There's literally so much unreal. There's Sasha Banks, Rhea Ripley, was it Soo Young?
Oh, yes.
I had a really good seminar with Soo Young. It was like a couple of years ago. There's actually just loads of people, like Raquel Gonzalez as well. That's another one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
I
just
can imagine.
there's just so many like good talent out there.
For me, I remember that there was one match that a lot of people were hoping to book. Eventually, did manage to get you booked, and you ended up doing one match. Not that I was able to be lucky enough to have been able to watch,
Yep.
which was yourself versus who is now currently known as Amelia McKenzie.
Yes. Where did you watch that? Was that Cammy?
I watched it for, I believe,
Right.
that would be Shropshire.
Yeah, SWA. Oh, that match was like, I literally loved that match. I loved like both nights with there because obviously I wrestled there on the Saturday at like Shropshire, and then I wrestled there at Cammy on the day after.
Yeah, it was just weird. It was just so lucky because that was your first encounter against her, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And the match itself was just absolutely brilliant. Regardless of it, I'm not saying the other one wasn't. It was just the fact that it was the first time, first meeting.
Yeah, it's like it makes it more special, doesn't it? More memorable.
That it does. One question that does come to mind though with the whole thing with wrestling. Have you got any goals in mind that you want to that you got yourself set for?
So obviously the big goal is to wrestle in Japan. That's the big goal. Like try and get into Stardom, Sendai Girls, just literally just like get out there in Japan. Obviously I've already said about the going over to train in Australia.
Yeah.
And also just like maybe America, wrestle in America. That's something that's
Well, the funny thing about it is you've already got some people who you've already left some impressions in America already.
yeah.
If I'm not mistaken.
But yeah, them three are kind of like the main. I think like I'd be proper happy if I like got one of them.
I want to hear more about these people that you've impressed in America.
People from wrestlers that she's been up against who have wrestled under AEW.
Oh, can
She's
you
already
elaborate?
People, to be fair.
The odd thing about it is she already has elaborated already. Joey Janela?
Well, yeah, that's one, of course. Yes.
Shanna?
Wow.
Straight away, and the funny thing about it is, with it is the fact that you were getting so recognised so quick, and it's very early on in your wrestling career as well.
Yeah, it's nearly in June.
Could you just repeat that? I think the mic just sort of dropped a bit.
Oh, nearly 3 years in June.
3 years and already wrestling international superstars.
That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. You make me look.
You haven't had your debut yet. Your target could be 2 years.
I feel like a child.
My target's already gone.
I know. I've seen that with all them wrinkles you got on your forehead.
Funny. But one thing I will say is, with it being such an early career, the scary thing about it is with yourself is the sky's not even for me from my own visual side of it. I don't even think the sky's the limit to you.
No.
Genuinely, because the fact that you're already kicking down doors, knocking down barriers, And aside from that, not only that, on social media, I also noticed that you're also quite a bit of a small advocate towards mental health as well.
Yeah, definitely. That's something like that. I'm proper like a positivity like person, and I just like I think a lot about people, and I always want to make sure they're all right and everything. And it's something I definitely love doing.
No, that's good. That's good to hear because obviously we are advocates for mental health as well, and we like to bring a bit of positivity. It's probably why I'm so bloody nuts.
Probably.
I don't know.
But it's like for myself, it's like someone mentioned to me, always make sure to carry around with you PMA, which stands for Positive Mental Attitude.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh God, I had so many answers for that.
Nope. We're not going down the certain group that was named in WWE either during the Attitude Era. We're not going down that road.
Oh, you mean Right to Censor?
No, oh, you mean the CEO of Peacock?
Oh, Peacock. You mean Peacock? Peacock.
But anyway, one thing I will say is,
Peanut.
with you doing many matches and everything, whenever, as you've noticed, you're probably getting followers all the time, and it's always good seeing you quite regularly wrestling at different places and everything.
Yeah.
And it's always good seeing you getting out there, gaining that much deserved experience as well.
I literally just love it. It's nice to be not recognised. It's really nice.
It must be. Do you get stopped in the street any times? Like, oh, you're the girl that dented my car, or
To be fair, I don't really get stopped that much. The only time I have was when I was in Asda one time. And they were like, "Oh, are you Chantal Jordan?" I was like, "Yeah," and then they just chatted to me. It's pretty nice to be fair, to have someone come up to you, recognise you. You're like, oh my god, I'm just a normal person.
I'm just a normal person, but you're not though. You're a wrestler. Don't forget, you are like superhuman to some people.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's true. It is true.
No, it's weird. Yeah, I can agree with you on both sides because, like you said to yourself, you're just a normal person. But in their eyes, when they've seen you on social media, at wrestling shows and everything, to them you're like you are a superstar.
Yeah.
It is, unless you're Matt Burns and he likes to channel in and out of his OnlyFans account.
What? Just what?
What? All right, Austin.
That one I'm not even just going to even dignify a response to because one, I don't even know how to even consider a response to that because I know the first thing that you'll say is you're in denial.
Yeah, you are in denial.
Just wow.
You're in denial. Elmo says that you're a naughty boy.
But one thing I will say is at the moment, with the whole wrestling scene and everything, I can imagine. What's your view on the wrestling scene currently at the moment? So, is it getting bigger? Is it getting better? Even though at the moment in time we're currently in a bit of a pandemic at the moment.
I feel like when wrestling's back, I feel like the wrestling scene is just obviously wrestling scene's really good at the minute, but I feel like it's just going to keep getting better because I feel like there's more promotion popping up now as well, and I feel like loads of younger talent and also people that haven't really got the opportunities are now going to be getting the opportunities, and I think it's just really nice to see everything that's changing now. I think things are definitely a lot better.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's a good way of looking at it. Would you say, mind you, what other promotions will you be with? Have you been revealed on any promotions at the moment?
So there's a couple new places that I've just been announced for. I'm making my debut for. There's one called, I think it's Culture Cut Wrestling.
Yep.
I'm trying to think of the other ones. Obviously, there's a couple others, but I can't really say anything right now because obviously I haven't been announced yet.
Oh yeah, don't announce them. Don't do what Tom Holland likes to do and give spoilers.
The weird thing about it is, you just mentioned Culture Shock,
Yeah.
didn't you?
Yeah.
The weird thing about it is, we're actually going to be work colleagues.
Oh.
Yeah, because I was announced for it recently as well.
Oh, that's
Certainly
cool.
was. He certainly
But
was.
But at the same time, I'm also now sort of a little bit terrified. I'm just now thinking to myself, please don't, it's like, this can go either really well, tagging with Chantal, great, or be put in a match against her. Oh dear. Nah, it wouldn't be that bad, in all fairness. It would actually be an absolute joy to have a match against you.
Oh, have you heard him? A kissy bum bum.
You will be doing the exact same thing if you actually saw how hard she can kick. Just ask a certain person by the name of Chris Drew.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, but don't forget, I'm not a pussy like Chris Drew.
All I'm just going to say to you is when you've seen what happened, and you just look at the pictures suddenly just start becoming animated in your head.
Oh, nice. Okay.
They're just.
I will say, it's always been entertaining because I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I can actually probably mention when I actually first saw you in person.
Oh.
The first match I actually saw you actually on the card, which was, I believe, Nothing But Wrestling.
Which show was it? Was it the one where I dived doorway?
Which one?
Was it the one where I dived up the doorway?
No, I think it was the one after that.
Okay. No.
It was the one after that. It was the one when my me former business partner for UK Way approached her for a booking.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
I remember that.
She's had some of the member berries.
No, genuinely, for me, it was literally, the good thing about it is we had heard of you. We turned up to the show. As soon as we saw you and how talented you were straight away, it was literally it was academic. It was literally, need you on the roster, highly recommend. And if you remember when there was the whole putting out the messages for, I believe you did the 30 days of Wrestling Positive, it was why I put you on it, definitely.
That was proper nice, that was.
The weird thing about it is, even though you're saying it's really nice, the fact is, for myself, always give credit where credit is due, and you work hard at it. You always have.
Yeah.
And you are somebody who, I will say, I'm more than sure that you probably have already, got certain other people just now thinking, this looks amazing. You might even aspire somebody to possibly even consider giving wrestling a chance, or consider either attending shows, or even consider doing it themselves.
Yeah, that'd literally make my day if I was inspiring people. It's always nice to think of it as well, isn't it? Just thinking about it. If you're inspiring people.
Yep.
I'd like to think one day that me and Matt Burns will inspire somebody to get their head out of the fridge, maybe.
I didn't know where you were going with that one, but I'm glad you went in that direction.
Why? Which direction do you think I was going to go? In the Quagmire direction? All right.
No, I was thinking more of the talking nonsense.
What, talking bollocks?
Pretty much.
Well, we do talk a lot of bollocks, to be fair.
Yeah.
Chantal's probably sitting there right now thinking, what the fuck have I got myself into here?
No, I'm loving it.
I'm loving it. She's like, she's loving it like she would at McDonald's.
Yeah.
Like McDonald's, because that makes sense.
Makes sense. But yeah. But one thing I will say is, it's like with the fact that you got your martial arts background, I'm pretty sure that's how you came back with your original nickname, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that was how it came about.
And then you sort of you've still got it, but you've now got it evolved into, I believe, the bad girl.
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
So go on.
Short and sweet.
Yeah.
I would like to give you a nickname now.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of a rapper called P. Diddy?
No.
Bad Girl for Life, the song Bad Girl for Life. Bad Boys for Life, sorry. You can have Bad Girls for Life. And
He's now just known as Diddy.
Oh, shut up. Why do you always be so pedantic, you arse?
I could have gone in the other direction and said his first name he used.
Yeah, okay, Puff Daddy. Puff Daddy. No, Daddy, no. Anyway, I could call you now P. Sissy.
What? Oh,
I'm just going to let that one sink in.
just no.
No, on so many levels, that's very wrong.
Scotty says no.
Scotty says it. No, Scotty doesn't know. Twice.
Yeah. All I'm just going to say is, genuinely, it's always refreshing seeing you at wrestling shows. Always an absolute pleasure seeing you at shows.
Yeah.
Like, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I remember turning up to a show called In and Out Wrestling.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
And I didn't actually see what the card was beforehand. It was more or less of I was actually in the area, sort of looked around at the time. I thought, you know what, I might as well pop in, just see what it's like, and just turn up. And lo and behold, you were on the card.
Yeah, I had that fatal 4-way, didn't I?
Yeah. Good match though.
Yeah, it was a good match, to be fair. I really enjoyed that. That was the night before I went to Austria as well.
Yeah. That it was.
It's meant to just remember like weekends, isn't it?
What's that?
It's meant to sometimes like you just remember like certain weekends. You're like, oh, yeah, I remember that.
See, when I was your age, oh my God, that makes me sound old. When I was back in day, you see, when I was just a wee nippy.
And Freddo's cost 5p.
When Freddo's cost 5p, and a Tazbar was just about 10 pence. I couldn't remember my weekends because I was too pissed.
Yeah, I remember when the Freddos were like 5p.
Yay!
I remember.
No way. Freddo bars were just so nice.
If I'm not mistaken, they're about 25p now, aren't they?
Yeah, we had this debate not long ago.
Yeah, but anyway, let's just get back down to business. Is there anybody who you want to give any shout outs or anything like that?
Definitely the Elliot Jordan experience.
Your big brother.
Yeah, my big brother. I I always have like all the time in the world for him, and I'm just like really hoping that when wrestling's back, he like all the recognition, like because he's just like great, and he's like a pleasure to be around as well. And yeah, just like wrestling shows are just better when he's on them. Like
Yeah,
around.
genuinely, he is someone who I will say is absolutely fun to watch. He is absolutely hysterical, and I've seen him on a rare occasion play even a face on a rare
Yeah,
occasion, but he's still hysterical when he's heel as well.
and he's just got it down to a T.
He's just got the. He just knows exactly how to get the right reaction from an audience and how to produce the laughs in such a great way.
Definitely.
And why, and I've got one question for you, and I've always wanted to know this with the pair of you. Have you ever actually done an official tag match, teaming together?
No, we haven't. No.
Oh
Yeah.
my God, I can hear his brain ticking over.
I know, like, someone was thinking about, I think it was Wolf from Pro Wrestling, I think they were thinking about having me and Elliot team, but then it never happened. But yeah, we've never teamed together. We was going to call ourselves the Jordan Experience. Like the Jordan's Experience, or something like that. I was like,
It's just like the Jordans.
the Jordans.
The Jordan. Mind you, that sounds like some weird 60s sitcom. Like the Brady Bunch.
But the funny thing about it is, I'm pretty sure that then pair could actually pull it off. Could actually do the actual act and make it entertaining as hell.
Are you trying to say that the Brady Bunch is shit?
No.
I was just about to say, that's a shame, because I was.
No, I wasn't. Far from it. I definitely know with yourself and Elliot is with Elliot. I can honestly say I have never heard such a interesting intro to basically just to avoid the word bold.
And
Bold?
Yeah. He shaves his head.
Oh.
And I believe he calls himself, is it aerodynamic?
Yeah, the streamlined and aerodynamic. Yeah.
I like that. That's good.
Genuinely. And the crowd, when he first introduced that, I'll never forget when you hear the crowd say, "You've got your hair. Is it your head or hair upside down?"
I think it's your head on upside down. I think it is.
Yeah, and I mean, he started singing it in like in a chorus. I couldn't. It's one of them. You've got to see it and hear it to literally experience it.
Experience the bold.
It's just absolutely brilliant. Both, but that's one thing I wouldn't mind seeing happen in the future. You doing a bit of tagging.
Yeah, I'd literally love that. That's definitely something that I'd want to happen.
Who knows? It could very well happen in the future.
Yeah,
Who knows?
Oh, why do I feel that he's getting his book out now and writing both your names down in it?
No, their names are already in the book already.
No.
No, I'm saying they're already in the book already.
No. You love it, really.
I know. It's one of the reasons why I love wrestling overall. It's entertaining, it's dramatic, it's something that can, regardless of whether you're having an up day or bad day, it can always bring a smile.
Yeah, definitely. Wrestling just I honestly don't know what I'd do without wrestling. It's just consumed so much of my life. that I literally cannot live without it.
As you know, some people might sit there and think, oh, that sounds really cheesy. No, I can actually agree with you on that.
And it comes down to mental health as well, because I know a lot of wrestlers at the moment that literally are in the same boat. They can't really see themselves without wrestling because it just means too much to them.
Yeah, definitely. Like, there's a lot of, like, obviously, me being honest as well, I have a couple of rough patches, like, knocked down. Obviously, without wrestling, like, it is a bit like shit. Like, obviously, because I'm so used to training every week, like wrestling every weekend, and then to not have it and have it being taken away from you. It's literally just the worst. So to see that wrestling should be back hopefully in June and everything back to normal is it's a hope.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed, eh?
It just feels like a million miles away, doesn't it?
Yeah. I feel like these months are just going to drag now.
Not like the last 12 haven't already, but yeah.
I see what you did there. No, yeah, it's something it just feels, I can imagine with yourself, you were almost heading towards a show almost every weekend, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
You were at least going to either be on a show, be at a show, almost every week.
Definitely. When I watch a show, just wrestling on it. I'd always have something on a weekend of it'd always be wrestling.
Well, that's the best thing to have, though, because I mean, if you've got a hobby, then it's probably for the best, really.
Yeah.
It keeps you occupied. I mean, all I had at the start of lockdown last year was DIY, and I just don't like it.
Bless you.
It's too much. I swear, if I see another scrape it, I'm going to cry.
I can't be dealing with that. Boring.
It is boring. It is very boring. It's like watching paint dry. Oh, wait, it was watching paint dry, literally.
So, basically, the next time I see you, just walk up with a scraper and some paint.
Yeah, because to be fair, mate, you've got some cracks in your face that need filling in.
Ooh.
I'll
Did
give
you
you
see
that
that?
one.
I got a round of applause then because you got burned.
That was me clapping. Saying it was a good burn.
Thank you. I'm here all week.
Just because you need the attention.
You try and say I'm an attention whore?
I'm not denying it.
No, I'm the one that shouldn't be denying it. You're the one that's just said it.
Yeah, of course you are.
Okay. I'll remember that one, Burnsy.
I swear to God, I need to come into your room at night and shave your fucking eyebrows.
Stay out of it, Almo.
Yeah.
One thing I will say is I can imagine, you've got back to the original question that we originally had. I'm sure you've got loads of people you want to give shout outs to, don't you? Like many companies that you work for, any colleagues, friends, family, or anything.
Yeah, obviously my mum. Obviously she's been my rock during lockdown, and obviously with wrestling as well. I don't think I would have been wrestling that early if my mum hadn't found a training school. And I know some parents can be not as supportive towards it. And to actually have her go out of her way and find a training school for me, and literally just it meant the world. So definitely give a shout out to my mum. And then obviously just a couple of friends as well, but mainly my friends are all just from the wrestling business.
Yeah, we're all good with that.
And it like literally like wrestling's literally just the whole family, and
Yeah.
I think we all need to support each other.
Yeah, 100% agree with you. 100% agree with you on that one. So, shout out says towards your family and friends.
Yeah.
I can imagine you probably, with you being sort of been put on the spot, it's sort of when you get put on the spot, names suddenly evaporate out your brain.
Yeah, and like it's honestly like meant there's so many people like that I could give a shout out to. There's another person I can give a shout out to as well. I know obviously like he's a wrestling fan, but like he's became like my friend or my close friend during lockdown.
Yeah.
And like his name's Andy Ward, and he used to like come to like every show of mine. And I literally don't know what like I would have done like without like him just being there.
Yeah.
You know when you have that person just like support you for everything and is always there for you like to talk, and it feels really nice to like have that. And then it also goes for like I'm literally saying so many people right now, but there's another girl as well called Arabella. Friends at Gazi, but she's living in Morocco as well through lockdown. Like she just always been there to talk to. It's honestly like it's just amazing. Like having like supportive people there. I actually just think the world of them.
It is nice. I mean, you're talking to one of mine.
Oh.
I was talking about myself, not you.
I thought I was needed.
You are needed to shut the fuck off.
No, in all seriousness, with ourselves, we've probably been sort of quite, helping each other out with just the fact of how much we communicate from time to time.
Yeah.
Yeah, no matter how many times he drives me insane.
Or he somehow finds a way to insult me. We know deep down that we actually care.
Yeah, and that's all that matters.
And it is, and the scary thing about it is with the whole lockdown situation is the fact that it does actually go around to show how much support there is out there, and it's a message like we've always said on the Burning Truth, which is, it is okay to be not okay, and asking for help has never been a weakness.
Exactly. You should never feel ashamed of like not feeling okay as well. Like never feel ashamed about it. And there's always going to be someone like there to talk to, and you're never alone.
No, it's a good positive mental attitude to have, and it's a good mental health message as well.
Yeah.
But soon enough, we are going to be able to push the pandemic to one side and get back to the the thing that we all love.
Yeah.
Which is wrestling.
I can't wait for it to finish because obviously I just want to start meeting more new, interesting people. I mean, I'm assuming that Burns has already asked you for a booking, or he's offered you a booking at UKWA.
There's definitely going to be bookings. There's no date yet at the moment in time.
Unfortunately, he needs to pull his finger out. But there we go.
It's not unfortunate. It's just we haven't been able to acquire a date yet. The second we do...
Chantal, he's being a part-timer. He's lying to us.
No, the second we have got a date, guaranteed...
I'm not dating you.
The second we have a date for a wrestling show...
Hey there, Mr. Burns. I'll date you if you want.
All I'll just say is, I'm pretty sure I will be getting in touch with who we want definitely on the show. And believe me when I say this, Chantal is somebody who I've had on my show multiple times. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, you would have been almost on every show if you hadn't been, because you already had a prior booking on one of them, didn't you?
Yeah. I think I've only missed one of yours.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to miss any more because I'm going to be there and with me slightly blind eyes. And yeah, it's just going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait to meet people like yourselves. So it's going to be great. It's going to be great. I'm so excited.
Like amazing people in wrestling, and also like, obviously with WrestleMania, obviously it was Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I found it so emotional. Like just seeing fans there.
Yes, I was actually thinking that myself as well. I really felt a bit.
I was just about to say a topic. Yeah.
It's like, it's just like signs of like things getting back to normal, and then it also like shows that fans, like, if we didn't have fans, wrestling, like, I don't know, like it just wouldn't be like, I don't know, it's just not the same without fans.
No,
that is true. Without fans, it literally all you're doing is putting on a new episode of Impact. Oh, sorry, I was thinking out loud then. I do apologise.
I believe Chris Jericho said it best recently on one of his interviews with Stone Cold Steve Austin on the Broken Skull sessions.
Spoiler!
It's not a spoiler.
Better not be dipstick.
It's not exactly a spoiler. He literally just says thank you to everyone who's been able to wrestle through during the pandemic and everything, because he just says the scary thing about with the crowd not being there, and as soon as he said this is something that stuck in my head immediately, because he is right in what he's saying, because when you normally cut a promo or when you're doing a match or anything and you're wanting a feedback of did I pause too long? Did I say the right words? Did I mess up my lines or anything? Or in any scenario for wrestling, usually who's one of the first ones to inform you of that?
Chris Jericho?
The fans.
I was wondering where you were going with that then, because I was thinking, are you talking about Jericho still? Because he can't be everywhere,
No. He was just using this as a general.
No.
He just goes. He was speaking about a certain match he had against Orange Cassidy.
Who?
Orange Cassidy.
Oh, not Orange Cassidy. It was Orange Cassidy, was it?
Would you like me to put my teeth back in?
Yeah, okay. You put your teeth back in. After you finish sucking on your orange.
Right. All I'll just say is, Cassidy turns around to Jericho and just says, "Did I overdo this?" And he goes, "I don't know, but the crowd are not there to be able to react to it." So it was like,
no, he wouldn't have overdone it anyway. It's Orange Cassidy, he's not the Young Bucks.
No, but the point being is to be able to gauge, or adjust a certain situation on a match. And most of the time, you're normally adjusting matches due to the crowd reaction. When you haven't got a crowd there, it's sort of a little bit tougher to know, is this working? Instead, you're having to wait until you finish the match, and it's then aired out to the public to then hear the feedback.
Yeah.
Whereas, when you have got the crowd there, it's the feedback's almost instantly there. Yeah, it's like me falling off a stage, for example. During my entrance, the crowd instantly made me realise, yeah, you just messed that up.
Yeah, that's a good way.
Yeah, and it's a good way that some of the best workers and best storytellers in matches have probably changed matches due to a crowd reaction.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I remember particularly watching WWE quite a lot back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
And I just remember some matches being dire and me being like, ugh, this is crap. And then all of a sudden it just changes because the crowd ain't happy.
Yeah, and all of a sudden, then it went from the crowd being not happy to getting really into it. Does happen.
Yeah, sure.
It does happen. But one thing, we're gonna have to probably say right now, before we wrap things up, I'm pretty sure that people can find you on social media, if I'm not mistaken, Chantal.
Yeah. Facebook is Chantal Jordan / professional wrestler.
Yep.
Twitter is Chantal Jordan _, and then the same on Instagram as well, Chantal Jordan _.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, you've also got, you've also got an area where fans can also support you, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I was Big Cartel as well. Yep. So I think the link is in my bio on Instagram, I think.
Yes.
Does that lead you to a particular page where you can buy Chantal's merch?
Yes, it does.
That it does, and I will say, do recommend you do check it out because it makes sense.
Buy Chantal's merch, I fucking do you.
No, it makes sense, and if you're not, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
Don't make sense. If you don't, and you sit at home with your phone again, you can easily just just go, I'll buy some of that Chantal Jordan's merch. I'll wear it to a couple of UKWA shows. And if you don't, it doesn't make sense.
or any other wrestling shows either.
Yeah.
Of course. But yeah, is there anywhere, any other place, anybody else you want to give any shout outs to, or much love, or anything else you want to say before we wrap up?
I think that's about it, to be fair. Obviously, thank you so much for having me on with them, and also just can't wait till wrestling's back, and I can't wait to just perform in front of all the fans. And
I can't wait until you're doing that either. I really, really can't. I'd like to say I can't wait to meet you in person. It would be great.
Yeah, I can't wait to meet you as well.
Generally, for myself, it's I'm looking forward to getting back into wrestling and and meeting seeing yourself and some of my colleagues, friends, and everything, and getting back straight into the shift of wrestling myself.
Yeah.
I can't wait until I get to smell Matt Burns burning something in the ring. I don't know where I was going with that one. But,
I didn't know either. I was just there thinking to myself, do I need to have the mute button on ready?
Keep it clean. Keep it clean. I can't help it. It's like a tick.
But anyway, genuinely, it has been an absolute pleasure having you on, on TBT Interviews, Chantal. It's always a pleasure seeing you. You're always a joy, and you've always got a smile on your face whenever, that's outside the squared circle.
Always.
Genuinely, it's always a pleasure. So with that, and of course, also thank you to the listeners who've listened into this. We do appreciate it, the fact that you've listened to this, and it's always good to have feedback. So if you want, send any feedback to either myself, Irvine, or even Chantal, I'm sure that you'd be probably welcome to.
Definitely.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Well, if Irvine says no, just send it to the Burning Truth anyway.
I won't say no. It'll be Matt Burns that says no.
I'm saying yes.
No.
That sounds wrong. No. Going back. No.
Why?
No.
Why would you do that, wrong. You sick little animal?
That sounded wrong. But anyway, we'll move on with that. Generally, thank you very much for listening in. We'll hopefully catch you at the next interview or the next broadcast of the Burning Truth. Of course, with this going out on YouTube, we hope you like, share, and probably comment on below. And if you are subscribed to our channel, we also recommend you click on the little bell icon so you can get your notifications.
Yeah, click on that little bell end.
There's always one. But anyway, I've been Matt Burns.
Happy Elmo.
Okay, Elmo.
Bye, everyone.
I'm going to kill you. Dad did, Irvine.
It's James Irvine, and our guest has been none other than the bad girl, Chantal Jordan.
Yes.
So thank you very much. It has been emotional, and we'll hopefully catch you down the road. Catch you later.
Bye-bye.